Welcome everyone to the Speaking Part 4 Making Predictions Analysis. Before we start, I want to remind you that I will be following the Speaking Part 4 Making Predictions Tips and Strategies Guide. Now, if you want more information about that guide, please visit our CELPIP library. In the speaking section, you can find this video, Speaking Part 4, and here's the video. This video will give you a more detailed explanation of the guide and how you can use it effectively for the exam. It provides you more details directly from the CELPIP website examples. Okay. So if you want to get that information, then please watch that video. For now, I will only be going through the pages of the guide. The guide tells you how to look at the picture and prepare effectively, okay, and what you should do. And it provides some question notes. Very important for part 4 will be our simple future or future use, okay, using will and going to, okay, as well as possibility, may, might, and could for higher levels. And how can we structure our answer? Very important for all levels. Having an organized response will really help you achieve a higher score. And also, of course, the factors which will influence your score, ideas, vocabulary, your fluency in speech, sentence construction, and grammar, and providing a complete response. So, if you want more information, please watch the video. And for now, let's get started with today's analysis. So everyone, let's look at this part 4 making predictions question. Now, as you can see, it's the same picture as part 3. Okay, so that should make it easier because we were already thinking in part 3 about the picture. So part 4, we should know about the picture already. Now, about this question, similar to part 3, it's not a question in terms of its complexity where you can really demonstrate your high-level knowledge, like in part 1, 6, or 7, okay? But at the same time, if we use stronger language, if we give some really good ideas, then you can demonstrate that kind of language, higher level language. In particular, if you can be more imaginative, okay? Part 4, trying to connect ideas, very important. And definitely, we don't want to make simple errors, okay? Definitely not for 9 or higher. 7, 8, you can still make a few errors with will and with going to and with simple tenses, but not so many. And we don't want to make so many expression errors, okay? And what I mean by that, again, part 4, we're going to be using simple future. Simple future. And for higher level expressions, we could use modals of possibility, may, might, could, okay? We'll try to illustrate those. And of course, very important, organize your answer. Organize your answers. Introduce the question, give some ideas, okay? And connect them. This is what is very important for higher levels too. So let's start off by introducing the question. So I think some interesting situations will happen next, or will most likely happen next. That could be, you can put that there. That's not so important. Let's get to our first idea. Okay, so firstly, maybe the woman picking tomatoes will finish picking them. So we want to be more, we want to mark our picture by saying that person, she. We want to describe it. The woman picking tomatoes. The man pruning the trees. The children feeding. That's the way we want to describe or we want to mark who we're talking about. And also, we can say the woman who is picking tomatoes, but that's a little bit longer and it's not as common. Okay. So, first, we'll finish picking them and then she'll go inside the farmhouse and she'll prepare some delicious borscht or tomato pasta. Now, the reason we said borscht or tomato pasta because we have some Ukrainian students in our class and also some Italian students. So they suggested borscht and tomato pasta. Okay. Well, that's a good idea. She'll go inside the farmhouse and she'll prepare some delicious borscht because borscht has tomatoes and, of course, tomato pasta. Okay. Then she'll call everyone to come and eat dinner. Now, the ideas here are not so strong. What is strong is the connection. We're creating a little story. We're not jumping from here to here to here to here to here. That's what low levels do. We want to create a little story about one person or one group. Okay? And that shows more your imagination. I mean, she's picking tomatoes. She's going to make a tomato sandwich, tomato sauce, and then a pizza. Okay? That's what we want to do. So that's a good start there. Okay? Language is a little simple, but it's still a good start. What's next? Secondly, perhaps the man grooming the horse is going to saddle it. And after that, he's going to ride the horse around the farm. Because the day after, the horse is going to participate in a local horse race and it might win. Another good story. Okay. The man grooming the horse. Okay. He's going to saddle it. Saddle it. So put a saddle on the horse. Okay. Then he's going to ride the horse. And then we extended this idea by saying the day after, the horse is going to participate in a local horse race. And it might win. Might. Okay. So again, what makes this example strong is that we connected and we added possibilities, predictions. Okay. And we used going to and we used might in here. We introduced might. All right. Okay, so what about the last one? This one's a little bit long. Let's see. Lastly, I think the children feeding the pigs are gonna try and catch the chickens to take them into the chicken coop. Okay, very interesting. Here we're using gonna. Why are we using gonna? Because gonna is actually more common to say in spoken English in North America. It's more common to say gonna than going to. Actually, sometimes I have a problem where I struggle to speak with going to or want to down here. I can see gonna try and catch the chickens to take them into the chicken coop. Okay, so their house. But the chickens are gonna hide in the grapevines. Okay, they're gonna hide in the grapevines over here because they want to stay outside. Okay, very good. So, well, here are the chickens, here are the grapevines. You see, we're making that connection. We're creating a story. That's great. Okay, and again, want to stay. Also, again, in this case, we're used wanna. It's more common in spoken English. More like slang, okay? So it's not over yet. And it says here, so finally, after dinner, the chickens will have run inside the coop because they heard a coyote lurking around. Okay. Strong sentence over here for sure. Let's think about what made it strong here. That sentence. Future perfect. Future perfect. Will have run. Now, we're using future perfect here because it says after dinner. So from this time until after dinner, it's a period of time. So that's when we use future perfect, when we have a future period. So for example, I can say, by this time next year, I will have gotten CLB 9 on the CELPIP exam. There you go. Period. So there's a period. So that's when we can use future perfect, okay? So there's one strong use, future perfect, okay? Will have run. And why? Because they heard a coyote. Well, coyotes, we have coyotes around here in Alberta in Canada, coyotes. And of course, they love their chickens. So the coyotes, they were lurking around. They were around, like stalking, going around the farm trying to see if they can get those chickens. So the chickens, they got scared and they ran inside the coop, okay? So, good example of a stronger sentence in the end here. Now, notice that we can't say future perfect for everything. You can try to practice that and you can try to develop that. Of course, you could. Whenever you have a period. Here, it just came up, okay, as an idea. And also, again, that sentence, it's not like it's required, everyone. We're not required to use future perfect. This is only an example of how we can create a stronger sentence. And one sentence is not going to, even if you say here, the chickens will run inside the coop, that's fine as well. They will run. That's fine. So the only thing is that we can use will have run in this case, okay? And also, even if you didn't use this sentence, you can still get a strong, you can get a high score, sorry, by speaking these three ideas. Again, why? Because they're like a little story. And that's something that higher levels can do. They can look at this picture and they can connect some possibilities. I mean, it's possible that the chickens will run away from whoever is chasing them because that's what chickens do. And also, in terms of the farm, I'm talking about in terms of Canada, it's possible that coyotes will be lurking around to, well, to eat the chickens, okay? These ideas are possible within the picture, and creating them makes them strong. Again, overall, though, it's about the totality of the answer. And it's about giving more than two ideas. Two, I would say three for sure. And it's about expanding them and trying to create some kind of interesting situations. Okay? So let's speak this in 1 minute so you can follow along and focus on the answer along with intonation, clarity, and fluency. Okay. I think some interesting situations will happen next. Firstly, maybe the woman picking tomatoes will finish picking them, and then she'll go inside the farmhouse and she'll prepare some delicious borscht or tomato pasta. Then she'll call everyone to come and eat dinner. Secondly, perhaps the man grooming the horse is going to saddle it, and after that, he's going to ride the horse around the farm. Because the day after, the horse is going to participate in a local race and it might win. Lastly, I think the children feeding the pigs are gonna try and catch the chickens to take them into the chicken coop. But the chickens are gonna hide in the grapevines because they wanna stay outside. So finally, after dinner, the chickens will have run inside the coop because they heard a coyote lurking around. Okay, so maybe I hope I didn't speak that too fast. I think it was good. We want to have flow, okay? And so everyone, again, yes, here it was sounded more natural to say gonna here and wanna, but also we can't say everything gonna or wanna. We want to show our knowledge. Okay. Sometimes some students do very good in speaking because they have a lot of speaking practice and they do really poorly in reading or listening, okay, or writing because they speak like they do on the street. That's called street language. Because gonna and wanna, it's more informal and slang, and it's what you commonly hear on the street. So it's good to know that, but we also need to know language. We need to use going to, we need to use will, okay? And everyone, let's remember, let's practice speaking the full answer in 1 minute. Can you do it with good flow and clarity, of course? Okay? And of course, the ultimate challenge will be to see if you can speak this in 1 minute on your own without reading and from your knowledge. I think you can do it, everyone. Let's remember, practice makes perfect. I would like to remind you that if you're looking for some more listening, reading, writing, or speaking CELPIP exam practice, then you should definitely subscribe to our CELPIP library. The CELPIP library has hundreds of examples of listening, reading, writing, and speaking, which will help you develop your score, whatever the score you need. Also, the library contains vocabulary, listening skills, reading skills, grammar, and writing skills exercises, which will really help you improve your general understanding of English and also for the exam. So, and you can purchase a 1 month pass or a 2 month or a 3 month subscription for a very low price. And of course, if you really enjoyed this content, then please like this video, share it, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way we will keep on producing more CELPIP analysis for your development. Have a great day.